Welcome back, Tribe. Have an episode here from Zeta Male Unscripted. Super small channel, less than 2K subs. Why dating isn't even an option for the average 50-plus-year-old guy.
Thank you very much for tuning into the show. I'm Phil, and this is Zeta Male Unplugged. So, my question is, why dating isn't even an option in today's world for a guy 50 or older? Women complain way too much. You got to remember, women or ladies, whatever you want to be called, when you meet one of us, we're kind of settled in at this age. We know what we like. We know where we want to be in life. We have our own goals. We kind of don't need you other than a couple things. You know what I mean? But most guys are, and I'm going to say most guys are pretty well set. They don't have to be a millionaire to be set in life because it's up here. It's the thought process that makes life where you want to be. But there are always broken guys. And the broken guys probably don't have enough money for you. So that's why I say we're fine doing exactly what we do. Absolutely. And if you say it isn't an option for us because we don't want to put in the work that it takes to go ahead and start dating. I mean, I'll be honest with you. Probably last time I tried a dating app, probably 2 or 3 years ago. And I tell you, I don't know if I told you this story before. I made 2 different dating apps, 2 different things. One, I kept it real. Phil, so-and-so. I told them my regular job, told them my goals, blah, 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 blah. Crickets. Okay? I made another dating app. And I lied. I'm a multimillionaire. I have multiple properties. I drive a Ferrari. And I dressed up really nice, took a few pictures. Absolutely. Do you know the freaking women on that?
But, bro, come on. You went from one extreme to the end of the other. One, you're a normal dude. The second one, you're a multimillionaire driving a Ferrari. You're selling a lifestyle. You're selling the potential upgrade to her. Of course, they're going to bite at that. That's like a chick getting on there and disheveled look, raggedy ass clothes, nasty, unkept, shit like that. And then she's like, why don't guys match me? Or at least the same quality of guys match me versus when she's dolled up, full makeup, dress, the red dress woman from the Matrix, basically. Like absolutely looking perfect. And she's going to get a different quality of men matching her. It's the same shit, bro. We see with our eyes first. We're animals. There's no escaping this shit.
That app, we're kicking down the door, literally,
Duh.
to date me. Same person. So it is so true, and I know a lot of you guys have probably done the same exact thing. It's just night and day. It's amazing. I tell you, guys, go out and try something like this. If you're not even sure at all, sorry, my nose is itchy. If you're not sure at all whether a potential woman is materialistic, try it. Try being something you aren't. Pretend you're a millionaire. Go on a dating app and see how many gold diggers, trust me, they will flock to you. Even something like this is just a backdrop. I've had more people say, wow, that's a big wine collection. Your house must be huge. Well, I live in a small ranch. This is just a backdrop, and it looks nice. And hey, it works. It's got focal points. People can look at it. Something different. It's not just my beautiful kisser. So I say, try it. Try the dating apps. Pretend you're a millionaire. Do what you got to do. You will be amazed. And it's super interesting. So getting back to the dating app thing, when I was being good old me on that dating app, after a couple weeks, you might get the women, you're probably not interested in. That's a nice way of saying it. And you might get someone to talk to, but I don't know what the heck I'm doing wrong because I can never get past the first conversation. And I've said to myself plenty of times, what the heck am I saying? What the heck am I saying wrong? What am I doing? I don't get the picture. What am I not saying that?
Yeah, what they don't tell you about extending the dating life for a man is you can only do it if you become that multimillionaire, rocking all that lifestyle upgrade potential. Then you could extend it indefinitely because your money's doing all the work for you. When you're an average dude, it gets just as hard as it is for a woman when she's getting older. It's the same shit, dude. Nobody wants you when you're past 50, when you're alone, when you got a whole ton of baggage. Like, can you imagine a lifetime of baggage and all this other shit? Or you don't have your life together, or you're post-divorce and God knows how much money you owe or lost, or there's too many questions here. And especially if you don't hold yourself together well. You don't eat clean. You don't take care of your body, mind, all that shit. Look at what happens, bro. You can't negotiate attraction, guys. There is at a certain point decreasing returns for a man aging. The whole fine wine thing, yeah, it's true to an extent. Most guys don't age like fine wine.
Would turn them on or turn them off. Again, I don't have anybody in my life, woman-wise, to bounce the stuff off of now because, like I said, the world is so different in dating. I don't know who I could trust other than another guy because we live it every day. Absolutely. So, do what you got to get done. Dating to me is to the super rich or the guy that wants to put up with a ton of crap. And that huge majority of guys, just like me and you, in the middle, whether you're playing video games, you're doing something else, you're working hard so you can play hard, we just don't want to be bothered. And the older we get, 50s, 60s, we know all your tricks. Women, we see it all. There's very few that can hide it because when we first date you, the first date, we're doing this. We're listening to every single word that comes out of your mouth. And that's the truth. A smart guy is listening.
Listen, what's left of guys like this is essentially final level of like security, right? He's the final wallet left that they can snatch and basically use. Most of the guys are already old enough, their test has declined enough where they're not like corn toads and fall for the same trick they used to at their 20s. That's true. But that's all you represent a woman at this age, looking like this, having not taken care of yourself. You're just the final part of the frontier, the last wallet left to bust it open for a clam full of cobwebs. It is what it is, dude. Yeah, don't expect her to love you for you. The whole Disney mentality shit at this age.
I saw a video once. It cracked me up. The guy happened to be a black guy and a black girl. He picks her up, gets in the car. First thing out of her mouth is, "Oh, this is a nasty car. Oh, this is this. This is that." Why aren't you dressed? Where are we going? I want to take me someplace nice. And she just kept yammering on and on and on. And the guy's like, the funniest thing, I think they might have got 2 blocks down. And he says, "Yeah, it's right here. No, you get out of the car. Go ahead." And he got rid of her and just took off. That's the smart thing to do. Absolutely. Do that if you have to, because we're listening to you.
He would do much better in Asia. Get your passport, get the fuck out. You're just priced out of the market at 50 in America with an average job, average life, all that shit. Yeah. Go to where you are appreciated, as the digital nomad would say. 59 now, been single over a decade. The last few girls I dated ruined me financially. See that? Little McSimpy here. Everybody makes these mistakes, bro. These women are single now and struggling, it seems. We could have grown together and made a fortune, but they'd rather spend what you have and get you in debt. Who had no spine to say no? Then they date another guy the same week they break up with you. You were a backup. You were a spineless toad. She already had somebody lined up. Many are cougars now, he says. I missed the affection, but it was all fake. Again, you got used, bro. Financially. You got used financially, and they always had backup. See, this is like the Beta Bob story. It just happens. Bug Sandwich Jim here. I prefer to live in reality than their delusions. No, you did live in reality. The reality was you were plan B when you had no spine, and you spent all the money you had to make them happy, and they were never happy with you in the first place. The problem with dating apps is the risk of ending up with one of these selfish, superficial harpies. 67 now. Quit dating when he retired at 55. Part of his retirement plan. No stress, no drama, nonsense. Interesting. Okay. This guy says, I'm 60 and poor. Damn, you fucked up. So the decision is pretty much made for me. And you know what? I'm okay with that. It's not your decision. And you just have to accept it, though. Let's be honest. Most single 40 or 50-year-old modern Western women have a lot of baggage and debt and are looking for a man to bail them out. That's it. The dude's 52. No way in hell I would date now. As an older woman who enjoys your content, I can honestly say that women have always sought out provision and protection from men. From the beginning of humanity, men have always sought out youth, beauty, and fertility in women. Witness wealthy male movie stars marrying young women and having brand new families in the 60s, 70s, even 80s. Yep. It seems crazy, but when you have wealth, you can follow your instincts. I have found, as I have aged, men mostly want a willing sex partner and little else. So I've left the dating world, and I have peace and contentment now that I'm no longer searching for that elusive love connection. Yeah, there you go. Here's a story. I had a woman show interest in me a few years ago, or so I thought. She texted me multiple times a day for several weeks. She finally asked to meet up on a Saturday and hang out. So I met her out. We did this several times, and each time we met out, she became more and more overtly flirty, letting her assets hang out of her shirt and getting close to me, sitting suggestively. How many dates did you need this to happen, man? Her legs apart with my knee almost at home plate. Jesus Christ. At one point, she started whining about how she couldn't fix her pool because she couldn't lift the edge of it. I knew immediately that she was fishing for my help, so I skated around and asked her if she had a male relative or neighbor that could help, or she just wanted you to come over to rearrange her guts, but you're too dumb to notice. She changed the subject. That's because you were too dumb to notice. I learned a long time ago to not fall into that trap. No, you didn't. The last time we met out, she was very flirty, leaning into me, showing off the aforementioned assets and stroking my arm. Literal sexual cues. This moron didn't see it. She kept talking about wanting to go places, dinners, etc., but she didn't want it to be datey. Yup, friend zone vibes. Okay? You're putting yourself in that zone. Could have sealed the deal earlier. So after we consumed a few drinks and things loosened up, I leaned in for a kiss. She immediately recoiled and said no. No shit. How many dates did you just fail? At that point, the experiment was over. Paid for my drinks and told her good night and headed out the door. Mind you, she's a 5 on a good day, single mom with 10-year-old daughter. Fast forward 2 years, she's now living with an ex-con, multiple drug felonies for distribution, intent to delivery causing death, etc. But he's 6'6", tatted up, and a bad boy. He's perfect. I'm cruising towards retirement, no debt, and a substantial portfolio. If it's not money they're chasing, it's the bad boy, he says. The minute women ask for help for the bills, general loan, or buy her something before you even know me, I will ghost you. He's a human being, not a sponsor. Interesting. Yeah, thoughts on this episode below. For the older gentlemen out there, this was recommended on an email. Appreciate you guys. Yeah, certainly interesting to be 50 plus and average and not have much going for you, and especially in the dating world we have today, because even the older women are consuming social media and all the degeneracy that's on there. So, I mean, we saw all those videos where the grannies, 50 plus years old, just breaking apart happily, marriages for what? Because TikTok told them so. It's crazy to see, man. The mind control. Anyways, appreciate you guys for tuning in. If you haven't already, subscribe to the second channel, guys, and join us on the private community for some calls. Appreciate everybody that's been doing the private consults as well. They've been amazing. And take care of yourselves. See you on the next one.